Good afternoon, children. Welcome to Standard 6 online science class. Today we are going to continue our second unit, force and motion. So today's topic is science today. That is about robot. We are going to discuss about robot in this class. Okay, children. You all like robot, isn't it? Yes. Robots are automatic machines. Some robots can perform mechanical and repetitive jobs faster, more accurately than people. So, robots can also handle dangerous materials and explore distant planets. The term comes from a Czech word robota meaning forced labor. Robotics is the science and study of robots. So what are robots? Robots are the machines. Okay, robots are the automatic machines. It can do repetitive works faster than human beings, and also it can also handle very dangerous materials and explore distant planets also. So the word comes from the Czech word. Okay, Czech is a language. So Czech word robota. What is the meaning of robota? Robota means forced labor. Robota means forced labor. We can say adimai. Okay, in Tamil we used to say adimai, no? That is forced labor. So robotics. What is robotic? Robotic is the science and study of robots. So study about robots, study about living things is called biology. We have studied, no? Similarly, study about robots is called robotics. Okay, children? Yes. What can robots do? Robots can sense and respond to their surroundings. So this they can sense, they can identify, and they can react to the surroundings. They can handle delicate objects or apply great force. For example, to perform eye operations guided by a human surgeon or to assemble a car. So it can handle very delicate objects also. Very delicate means very soft objects. See, for the case of eye operation, in the case of eye operation, they are very delicate. We have to very keenly do that, isn't it? So in Tamil we say நுட்பமாக என்னது ஐ ஆப்ரேஷனில் நுட்பமாக செய்யணும் இல்லையா? ஸோ லைக் தட் this eye operations are done very delicately, and that can also be done by the robot. Similarly, at the same time, they also know how to assemble a car. How to assemble a car? Assembling a car needs a great force. Am I right? So how to assemble a car can also be done by these robots. With artificial intelligence, robot will also be able to take decisions for themselves. So some robots have artificial intelligence. With this, with the help of this artificial intelligence, the robots, they themselves take decisions. Okay, children? Yes. How do robots senses? How do robots sense? So what is this? This is a diagram of a quadrupedal military robots. Quadrupedal means it can walk with four legs, isn't it? So that is called quadrupedal military robot. In military, for military purposes, this robot is used. This is the diagram of quadrupedal military robot. So electronic sensors are a robot's eyes and ears. So electronic sensors are nothing but robots' eyes and ears. Twin video cameras give the robot a 3D view of the world. So the robots can see the world in 3D view. This is possible with the help of twin video. Twin means double video cameras. Okay. Microphones detect sounds. The microphones in the robots detect the sounds, whether it is a keen one, low one, or high one, what type of sound, whether it belongs to an animal or a human, man, or some other objects can also be identified by the robots. All these are done by the can be identified through this microphone. Then pressure sensors give the robot a sense of touch. So how the robots has this sense of touch through the pressure sensors to judge how hard to grip an egg. So the robots can also handle the egg. How it is possible? So it has to give less pressure, isn't it? It has to give less pressure to handle the egg. That sense of touch is given by the pressure sensors. Heavy luggage built in computers send and receive information with radio waves. So the robots see with the help of electronic sensors and also hear with the electronic sensors. Twin video cameras will be present in the robots to give the 3D view. Microphones are help for to detect the sounds. Pressure sensors give the sense of touch, and heavy luggage built in computers are used to send and receive the information with the radio waves. Is it clear, children? Yes, good. Now, artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence. We have seen that using the artificial intelligence, some robots take decision on their own, isn't it? So how it is possible? Let us see. Artificial intelligence attempts to create computer programs that think like human brain. So this artificial intelligence, their their aim is to create computer programs. Okay, we know that computer runs on programs, isn't it? So to create such programs, so the which things like a human brain. Current research has not achieved this, but some computers can be programmed to recognize faces in crowd. So this sort of thinking like human brain is not possible so far. Okay, it's not possible so far. The researchers are being undergoing. But there are some computers are created which can identify a particular man's or woman's face in a crowd, in a huge crowd. This kind of computers can identify a individual. Okay, children. Is it clear? Yes, good. Can robots think? Yes, can robots think? Before that, here is another robot which is used in industrial purposes for welding. Okay, articulated welding robots they are. And robots can think. Robots can think. They can play complex games such as chess better than human being. Okay, better than human being. These robots can play chess. Chess is a complex game. It's not a very easy one, isn't it? But will a robot ever know that it is thinking? Ever this robot has any conscious that it is thinking? No. Ourselves, human beings, will have a conscious that we are thinking this, we are thinking about this, we are thinking about that, like that, isn't it? But that is not possible for the robot. Am I right? Yes. Humans are conscious. We know we are thinking, but we don't know how consciousness works, right? We are conscious, but we don't know how this consciousness works. We don't know if robots can ever be conscious. So, is there any possibility of robots being conscious? Who knows? Maybe in future it may happen. Then comes the nanorobotics. Nanorobotics. What are nanorobotics? Nanorobots or nanobots are robots scaled down to microscopic size in order to put them into a very small spaces to perform a function. So very microscopic size robots are called nanorobots. Microscopic size robots are called nanorobots. So for what purpose this nanorobots are used? In future, nanobots could be placed in the bloodstream to perform surgical procedures that are too delicate or too difficult for standard surgery. So for surgery purposes, in the bloodstream, these nanorobots are injected, and these robots can do the delicate surgeries very tedious. Okay, very tedious, very difficult surgeries can be done by this nanorobots. Imagine if a nanobot can target cancer cells and destroy them without touching the healthy cells. See, cancer is the heavy threat to our human, high threat to our human beings, isn't it? See, cancer can be, nowadays cancer is treated, but how? While we are killing the damaged cell, there are possibilities of killing the healthy cells also in our body. So there are many possibility of the person to die. There is many in a 90 percentage we can say that there is possibility for the person to die. But imagine a situation whether if the nanobots are in use, then nanobots kill only the cancer cells and without touching the healthy cells. So it will increase the possibility of living factor of the human being. Okay, children, is it clear? Yes. So here is the picture of nanorobotics. So these are the blood cells. Okay, these are the blood cells and these are the nanorobots. Okay, so the future of nanorobots may be like this. Okay, children, do you understood? Hope you have enjoyed this lesson very well, children. So we have concluded the second unit by this. See, in the previous class, we were discussing about the numerical problems, right? I told you I will give you through the assignment, but through assignment, you will just copy, so that I didn't give. Today, I will be teaching you that numerical one problem is left out, right? So, we will go for it. Okay, children? So one of the among the three problems, we have solved the first one and third one already. The second one only I told you I will give. Now we will be discussing this. What is the question? If you travel 15 kilometers in half an hour, how would you travel 30 kilometers? Yeah, what distance will you travel in 1 hour, and what is your speed in 1 hour? It is the question, isn't it? If you travel 15 kilometers in half an hour, what will be, how many kilometers you will be traveling in 1 hour? You know, half kilometer, I mean half an hour plus half an hour gives 1 hour, isn't it? In half an hour you have traveled 15 kilometers. Am I right? In half an hour you have traveled 15 kilometers. So 15 plus 15, that is 30 kilometers in 1 hour. 30 kilometers in 1 hour. Is it clear, children? Good. And what about your speed? What about your speed? Your speed, we have to calculate the speed. What is the speed? Kilometer, we know that the distance, speed equal to distance by time taken, isn't it? Distance by time taken. What is the speed? What is the distance given here? 15 kilometers. And what is the time taken given here? 1 by 2. So 15 into 15 by time taken, isn't it? So 15 by 1 by 2, that is, we can write it as 15 into 2 by 1. Am I right? We can change this factor into multiplication. When this division is converted into multiplication, it will become 2 by 1. Am I right, children? So what's the answer? 15 twos are 30 kilometers. 30 kilometers per second. So the speed is also 30 kilometer per hour. 30 kilometer per hour. Do you understood this? Have you understood this problem, children? This is quite simple. Yes? Yes. Thank you, children. Stay home, stay safe, obey your parents. Make your parents to get vaccinated. Meet you in the next class, children. Meet you again.